Okay. Okay, sorry. Yeah. So let's continue. So yeah. Why MLSA is okay. So Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador Program is a program to bring together all the students from all over the world who have passion for technology, have desire and grace to learn more about technology and help the community. So the ambassadors get an opportunity to interact with their peers, mentors, professionals, and learn various Microsoft technologies and implement them in real life. Let's move on to what is the eligibility criteria. So, to apply for the program, you must be 16 years old at least and have a valid identification and be actively enrolled in a university or an institution. Then, some experience in coding or technology would be very helpful. But do not worry if you do not have much of technical background. Students of all academic backgrounds who have interest in growing their career and tech skills are encouraged to apply for this program. And there are various perks for being an MLSA. Some of them are mentioned here. Like you get an access to Microsoft 365, TechSmith Snagit, and Camtasia screen capture and recording software, and all of these benefits. Now, without further ado, let's just quickly jump into how did China crack Microsoft. So yeah, so would you like to introduce yourself, China?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Raksha. So, hello everyone. My name is Shahina Bano. I'm a third year undergraduate student from IGDTW. So, as Raksha mentioned, that I recently have cracked the summer internship opportunity in Microsoft. So, other than that, I'm also a web developer, front-end as well as backend, and a UI UX designer. So, why Microsoft? Let me just rephrase the question that I didn't actually choose the Microsoft, but they choose me. So it is quite a great pleasure for me. And moving for the company perks, yeah, it have a great perks like everyone wants to be in Fanglike company, right? They have extra sessions, insurance, different pantries, right? And swags, many of the things. And apart from that, obviously the salary and the stipend. So they have quite the good perks, which is why we all want to be in Microsoft. So yeah, that is for the page. Okay. So for the interview and hiring process, since it was an on campus opportunity for us, they have firstly the coding round, which we have to qualify for advancing the other rounds. So in the coding round, they have two questions that we have to solve in 1.5 hours. First question was quite a good question that was based on DP. So you should have a great grip in that. Other question was based on the sorting, but it was quite a twisted question. So I must say that was also a question for me. So these are the two questions, and they were I should rate them as medium questions according to the lead code rating. And if you have quite a good grip in DSA, then you can solve it easily. These are the questions for that. So, for the DSA and coding practice, you should refer the lead code, HackerRank, and these other platforms as well. You must have a great grip about it. So, for the interview rounds, I had three rounds. Two were the technical round, and one was the HR round. So for the technical round, my interview were very friendly. So I was quite comfortable with them. And for the first round, they asked me about the implementation of tree using classes and nodes and sorting. Sorting, they also asked me about the divide and conquer algorithms. And they also told me to write the code and run it on different test cases that they have provided. And after that, they moved on to the core subject, which was OS, OOPS, and DPMS for me because I was second year student. But if you are in third year, then they will also include the computer networking. So you must know about the core subject. Please just don't do it for the ratification and this passing thing. Learn it with passion and just grasp the concept because they will help you in the company. Second round was a pure DSA round. They gave me a problem statement and I have to solve that problem in a given time. The problem statement they explained me with different test cases, and the interviewer since very friendly, I was able to grasp the question easily. Okay, so for the solution thing, they provided me the link for their platform, that is Codility. And other than this platform, they also uses Metal. These are the two platforms that Microsoft uses for the interviews. So, okay, so the question was quite a good question because it was more of a mathematical question than a DSA question. So, yeah, and they told me to implement the question in the best possible manner. That is, we can say in technical terms as the um, lesser time complexity. So, after writing the solution, I had to explain the space and time complexity as well. So, you must read about that. Then he moved on to the OS and OOPS part. So I must say the core subjects are the favorite part for the interviews in Microsoft because they basically focuses on how the student build their concepts and how clear they are in the learnings. So these are the two technical rounds. The last round was the HR round, and he was senior in the company. So this was the first thing that I noticed, and he was quite friendly. Like in the past two interviews, I didn't feel that much of comfort with the interviews that how I felt in the last round. He was quite friendly. He asked me about my hobbies and he told me about his as well. So yeah, it was a great thing for me to bring me in comfort zone. So this is the thing, and after that, he moved on to the data structures. He asked me about my favorite data structure and how it works, implementation, complexity, all this stuff. So it was quite basics. So if you know the basics that how a data structure is built, the internal working, so it will be very easy for you to crack these type of internship. And after that, he moved on to my resume and asked me about the projects that I have mentioned in the resume. So you must know that what are the things that you have written in your resume. Like it shouldn't be the case that you have wrote the things just for the sake. You should have knowledge about the things and just mention the things which are true. Don't just don't just brag about the things. Okay. So for the resume thing, the he told me to show him a project that I have mentioned and recently done with my peer mates. And it was since it was working, so he was quite impressed with that. So yeah. And at the end, he asked me about my views for the companies and any questions for him. So this is the main thing that you should all consider whenever interview ask and whenever you get a chance to ask about the company, must ask the question whatever you want to, because it shows a great plus point to them that you are interested in the hiring process and in the company. So it is a great thing for yourself. So yeah, these are my interview rounds.
Okay, this sounds super awesome. So, was there any specific topic which the Microsoft focuses on?
For the specific topic, I must say linked list. It is their favorite part, and apart from that, trees. They basically focuses on the implementation thing because the basic should be clear for all of the students that they are hiring. So yeah, these are the things that I have noticed.
Great. And one of those common question is like, did you prepare all this, like the specifically the core concepts? Like, Like, how much time did you take to prepare them?
Actually, I was in my second year and just recently advanced to the third year. So, um, I already learned these concepts in my second year because it was in the course for the college university, and I had written the notes for them. So, during the interview process and before the interview, I just revised the note that I have made, and it didn't take that much of time if you have learned the concept thoroughly before. So, yeah.
Yeah, so we should just prepare all these notes properly while our college subjects and college exams itself, so that we won't have all that, anxiety and all
Yeah,
at the.
these are quite a great subject as well, so you will eventually develop the interest. So you should.
Okay, great. So now let's move on to Q&A session. So you all could just unmute yourself or type in the chat if you have some question, and we would just answer them one by one. Okay. So Anika asked, like, how did you apply for this internship?
So this was the on-campus opportunity for all of us. So the company came to our college campus, and we all have that opportunity until and unless we don't have a active audited backlog. This was the process.
Okay. Abhi asked, when should non-CS or IT people start studying core CS subjects for internships?
For non-IT and non-CC students, I must say there is not a great difference because if you know DSA, then you can probably crack the internship. For the core subjects, I must say you can just start learning these concepts 1 month or 2 months before because they are quite interesting subjects, so they won't take that much of time for the preparation.
Yeah, and we all learn from YouTube, so YouTube is the best resource for learning these subjects. Okay. Ashwarya asked, can you share some resume tips?
Okay, so resume tips. Yeah. First of all, you must mention the your school and college, your qualification, and the CGPA and projects and another perks that you have achieved. And the main point should be in bold, or we can say caps maybe, because they just highlight the things, and it will be a catchy thing for the interviewer. So you must use the you must be like bolding out the things, so they should just focus on the main thing, because sometimes interviewer don't invest that much of time in reading all the resume line by line. So if the things are in bold or maybe in special like italics or maybe other caps, so they will eventually catch the things and just move on. So it is a great thing.
Yeah, and I would like to add one more point, that we should always try to add hyperlinks wherever possible, especially to our GitHub projects and all those projects.
Yes.
Okay. So, what is your main measure?
Sorry.
What is your main measure? So,
Okay, I'm from computer science engineering.
so is there any off-campus process for applying?
Yeah, they okay. So firstly, I must say MLSA is a great thing from where you can proceed because it gives you many of the perks and advantages which help you to boost up your resume. Okay. Other than that, they will also inform you time by time that when will be the offline or off campus opportunities will be available in the company, and they will inform you. So you will get informed timely. And there is a season, you can also register in various sites, for example, um, Tech Geek, and these there are few sites that where they inform you about when other hiring process are going to open. So yeah, Raksha can share the sites with you all.
Which sites
Like
like MLS?
yeah, Tech Geek and MLS sites, and these are the stuff where you can register yourself and they will inform you timely. I'll
Okay.
just share the content with her, and she will just convey the things.
Yeah, sure. I'll just message in the WhatsApp group. Okay.
Yeah.
And also, I would like to add, like, just keep a note on the careers page of Microsoft. Uh, it just gets posted everything out there. Okay. Do they filter out on CGPA basis? Is there any resume round also?
No, no, no. Microsoft don't use these aspects for the shortlisting and hiring links. They totally focus on your basics, DSAs, and yeah, that's all.
How much time did you invest in lead code for practice?
Okay, so I started coding since my first year. In the start, I didn't did that much of DSA, but I focused on competitive programming. So I had that grip of thinking in different manners, and I used CodeChef as a platform for that time. After that, I switched on to Lead Code for the DSA practice, and um, I learned the concept in 6 to 7 months. And whenever you are learning a concept, don't pend up the things for for the rest of the time. Like if you are learning, suppose array, so you should do the questions at that time also, at that time only. It will help you to increase, or we can say broaden up the mindset, because you have learned the concept newly, so you will grasp the things easily. So don't just pend up the things for later on. Do the things at that time only.
Yes, definitely. Okay, let's move on to next question. How are we supposed to study CS core subjects for MS Engage?
For MS Engage, I must say, Raksha will tell you better.
Okay, so for MS Engage, the first round was about the that MCQ or the short answer type questions, and it was mainly about your DSA like, basics and all that. So it doesn't really require CS core, but definitely if you proceed to their interviews, the interview pattern goes the same way as we have it on off campus or on campus. So their core subjects would be a necessity there. Okay. How to know about different opportunities? Yeah, just like Shaina mentioned about joining various communities probably could help, or just keep a note on their careers page and check time to time. You would definitely get to know about their various openings. Okay. How to get shortlisted for interview?
I got shortlisted for interview after qualifying the coding round that I have mentioned earlier. It had two questions that I have to solve in a particular time, and if you have solved both the questions, I have solved both the questions. So yeah, um, for that thing, I just shortlisted for the interviews.
Yeah. Any course to enhance CP and DSA?
Sorry, can you please repeat, Raksha?
Any course to enhance CP and DSA?
Um, Guys, see, it is not quite mandatory for you to do any course for especially for CP, because CP is all about your mindset. And if you're doing question practice on different platform, then it will just broaden up on its own. You don't have to like purchase or buy any of the courses. You can do it on your own, in my opinion. And if you feel like you need any help, so you can always refer to YouTube videos, and there are many lectures and free courses as well. And of course, geek is always there, so it will help you out.
Yeah. What is the role of project in MS internship and engage etc. program?
Okay. So for the internship thing, I'll explain like in the HR round, he asked me about the projects and told me to run one of the projects in front of him. So it was working. So if your project is working and is a beneficial project for other like in the social communities or something, so it will give a great plus point for you. And for the engage thing, Raksha, you this.
Okay, so Engage does not require any project. It's basically like when you if you get selected for Engage, you get entitled to participate in a 4-week mentorship program where you develop a project depending upon the topic given by them. So yeah. So what which type of project, I mean domain is best to explore? Okay.
It is not like categorized or divided like the project should be is of that domain or something. It should be working. That is what whole matters. My project was simply a web development project. um, in If I mention specification, then it was according to the like notes uploading and downloading from the website, so it was useful for the social and the junior things since of the online thing due to corona. So it was quite great for us, and this is what the interview also felt at that time. Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of project was yours which you submitted? I think we just answered that question.
Yeah.
Okay. Can all the projects be in the same tech stack?
uh, I personally, what I think is that if you have explored one thing and you know how the things actually work, then it will apply to all of the thing. Whether it is web development, app development, or we can say Flutter, these all these are all interrelated. So this thing is the first thing. Second thing, if you have done a project in a single domain, then you must switch on to the other, in my opinion, because you must explore other things as well. You shouldn't be stuck out in one domain.
Yeah. For example, currently I have all my projects in Node.js plus Mongo mostly. Okay, so I think that would work, but if you want to explore more domains, so like that would be a plus point. Okay. Any more questions, anyone? Okay. Okay, it was nice meeting all of you and thank you all for joining in. Like if you have any more questions, just feel free to drop in the chat or unmute yourself. We are here for next 5 minutes. What is the time for MS Engage coding test and mentorship? Okay, so the uh like we had MS Engage this year only. The previous years we had a Codes program, and it was mostly around like probably March or May. So, but I guess for MS Engage this year it was delayed to a later stage of um like June, I guess. So yeah, the mentorship was from the June to July, 4 weeks covered in that, and the coding test was 1 or 2 weeks prior to it. Okay, how to prepare for coding test, Shaina?
For coding test, you should start preparing for me, in my opinion, 1 year prior to the interviews or internship thing, because um, you will learn the concept in 2 to 3 months only for the DSA thing, but the for the practice and for the grip that you should have in the DSA, it will take time, because if I mention one topic, that is DP, it will only take you 2 to 3 months to solve the questions. So 2 to 3 months are enough for the for learning the concepts for DSA, and the rest of the time you should focus on practicing the question. The more you practice, the more you will advance. This is the only key for you to like master the things.
Yeah. So in other domains, we can include a ML project too.
Yeah, sure. It can be ML, blockchain, AI, any other project until and unless it is working and until and unless you have learned something. This is what actually matters.
Yeah, and you should be confident about whatever project you're mentioning in resume. You should know in and out about it, so that if the interview was something about it, you should not feel stuck at a point that like this is not something that I know about, or this is not something that I've learned deeply about. So yeah, if you're confident about it and you are ready to answer any question whatsoever, maybe just go forward and write that up in your resume. Okay. Which topic should we prepare? Which should we focus on the essay?
There is not a particular topic, I must say. You should know all the concept and all the DSA topics, whether it is TP, what we consider as a important subject, important topic, or it is an RAV, what we consider as an easy topic. Because interview or the coding round, they can ask you any of the question, any other type. They can twist the question like they will just merge up the things TP and array in combined, tree and array in combined, so you can't just take one or two topics that are the most important and just go through it. You should learn all the DSA topics, in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay. So, any more questions, anyone? How many projects is required?
There is not a number of project that you should like make. You can just, if you have only one project as well, then you can move on with that, because as I already told, the working and the learning that you have gained from that project is the only thing that matters. So there is not a particular number for that. If you have knowledge, you can build more projects, and if you had just done one project, then it will be sufficient. For me, it was sufficient.
Yes. Suppose I've made a Discord bot. How will they check if it's working?
Okay, so for the Discord bots, they will, for the checking thing, obviously what you can do is you can just they can just judge you on the basis that how are the bots, the command that have been used in bots are working or not, and these are the quite stuff. Bots, what is the work of bots? They the command, if you have given a command, then they should respond to it, right? This is the thing that bots should work, so they will judge on that basis only. They will tell you to open up the Discord bot, and they will give you a certain command to run it, and it will, if it just perform the right action, then yeah, that will do.
Yeah, just share your screen and just show the working. I think that would do the stuff. Okay. Is static websites also considered projects? China.
Raksha, you were not audible.
Okay. Is static websites also considered projects?
Yeah, like obviously we haven't just published the website. If it is in your system only, then it is a project. You have made it, so yeah, it is considered as a project.
Yeah. Can you mention some good resources for learning web development?
Okay, so there are several YouTube tutorials that you can refer to, and I'll just text the names to Raksha, and she'll convey to all of you. And other than YouTube, you can also refer to the courses that are available, like from um, Coursera and Udemy. You can also refer to them as well.
Yeah.
And there is a famous website, what we say, web school, I guess.
W3 school.
Yeah, W3 school. So it is quite a great website from where you can learn.
Yeah. And I'll just search YouTube and just sort it down on basis of probably view count or something and just have a look. Like, I think YouTube is the best resource.
Yes. We all learn from YouTube.
Yeah. Okay. Can you also mention some resources or courses for learning Node.js?
There's a YouTube tutorial for that also, and it was quite a good tutorial that I had followed at that time. So I'll just convey that name to the group, WhatsApp group, and yeah, it will do.
Yeah. Should the projects be necessarily unique?
Um, in my opinion, if you are making the project, then you should make different project, right? You shouldn't be like working on same type of project on again and again. You should explore different thing as well. So yeah. But it won't cause any problem if you have same kind of project.
Yeah. Okay. So anyone any more questions? Okay. If no one has any more questions, I think we can end the call. Okay. So thank you all for joining in. It was great to have you all on board.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Bye. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
sure.
you.
Yeah, we would definitely send all the links on our WhatsApp group to stay connected.
Okay, then. Bye.
Bye bye everyone.